Hello, everyone. I'm Aarti Israni, and on behalf of my co authors, Nicole, Ellison, and Tawanna Dillahunt, I'm excited to discuss our work, A Library of People Online Resource Seeking in Low Income Communities. In 2019, nearly 30% of Americans were classified as low income or having an income 200% or less of the federal poverty level. Challenges to economic stability in the United States include securing work that supports financial needs, coping with additional life demands, and limited access to employment. Social media present opportunities for individuals in such communities to access and activate latent and affiliative ties. Latent ties are connections that are technically available but not socially activated. For instance, on Quora, experts on an array of topics, including personal growth, are technically available to users to interact with. These ties remain latent unless socially activated by users. Affiliative ties are impersonal connections that share a common connection without having direct communication or known linkages. For instance, on Nextdoor, you can join a group of individuals that are geographically proximate, even if you have never met or communicated with them previously. These latent and affiliative ties offer a broad range of information and emotional support, resources that have been found to be vital to help low income individuals further their socioeconomic mobility and cope with unexpected life demands. However, research suggests that these ties remain largely untapped in low income communities. Prior HCI research has highlighted the importance of intermediaries such as nonprofits and community based organizations in building institutional and interpersonal trust in low income communities and encouraging their participation on online platforms. However, it's unclear whether a social media platform developed by a trusted organization facilitates the interpersonal trust and shared identity necessary to foster resource seeking in low income communities. To address this gap, we investigated how and why low income members of the community based not for profit organization Up Together use the organization's social media platform to seek informational and emotional support. The Up Together platform primarily facilitates access to latent and affiliative ties. In June and July of 2019, we conducted 21 semi structured interviews with Up Together members to understand what factors facilitate and deter low income individuals' resource seeking practices via a CBO supported social media platform. Up Together is a nationwide community based, not for profit organization that aims to alleviate poverty by connecting low income individuals and families so they can work individually and collectively to further their social and economic mobility. At the time of the study, the organization was called the Family Independence Initiative, and we refer to the organization by this name in our paper. Up Together pursues its mission by connecting groups of low income families called cohorts together via a social media platform called Up Together, and offline cohort meetings and events sponsored by the organization. At the time of data collection, Up Together funded members for the first 2 years of their membership based on members' self reported goals and initiatives and their interactions on the platform. During our study, about 4,000 Up Together members were registered on the Up Together platform across 8 cities in the United States. Like other social media platforms, Up Together augments pre existing offline connections among Up Together members of the same cohort, allowing members to exchange knowledge and resources. Up Together simultaneously facilitates face to face interactions among strangers, allowing members to find others with similar interests, assemble as groups, and organize events offline. Salient characteristics of the platform include the fact that it's supported by a community based organization with goals to support the economic well being of its members. It's limited to members of a community based organization who reside in low income areas across the United States. The platform primarily facilitates access to latent and affiliative ties. Most UpTogether members registered on the platform are unknown to other members, but share a common membership to the organization. And lastly, at the time of data collection, members were financially incentivized to participate in online and offline interactions. So, what did we find? We identified two key factors that facilitated UpTogether members' resource seeking practices via the platform: perceived shared identity and financial incentives. While most members on UpTogether were unknown to participants, participants recognized common values they shared with other UpTogether members as a result of their affiliation with the organization and their trust in the organization's mission. Participants' recognition of their shared affiliation contributed to their trust in the resources they could draw from these affiliative ties on the platform, which then motivated them to browse the platform for informational and emotional support. Second, financial incentives facilitated resource seeking by extrinsically motivating participants to engage in the platform and uncover the informational and emotional benefits offered. Uncovering these benefits then prompted some participants to continue using the platform to seek resources. While perceived shared identity and financial incentives encouraged participants' resource seeking behaviors, we identified four key deterrents that inhibited these behaviors and prevented participants from disclosing their resource needs. For this presentation, we expand on two of these deterrents: participants' lack of interpersonal trust and their reluctance to disclose their resource needs online. Participants didn't feel comfortable disclosing their informational and emotional needs to UpTogether members they didn't know. They didn't see UpTogether as a medium to develop trusted interpersonal relationships and instead saw offline face-to-face interactions as necessary to build these relationships. In addition to lack of interpersonal trust, the perceived impersonal nature of requesting resources from strangers online deterred participants from directly requesting resources via UpTogether and instead encouraged participants to make these requests offline. Participants expressed the importance of getting to know individuals offline first before making such requests felt appropriate. Our findings suggest that in low-income communities, shared identity fostered by a shared affiliation with a trusted community-based organization helps promote resource seeking from a distance, but doesn't necessarily facilitate individuals' disclosure of their information and emotional needs. While participants recognized their shared UpTogether affiliation and appreciated having access to a library of individuals with similar experiences, as one participant remarked, they did not perceive UpTogether as a medium to develop trusted interpersonal relationships that extended beyond the platform, and consequently, they didn't feel comfortable disclosing their resource needs. Our findings also confirm the importance of interpersonal trust to support resource seeking in low-income contexts. To better foster these trusted relationships, designers can consider highlighting interpersonal similarities among members and grouping members by these characteristics to increase the salience of these similarities. Our findings also highlight the importance of fostering social norms that encourage users to request help among strangers in low-income communities. Participants expressed concerns that requesting resources from strangers via social media platforms felt impersonal and emphasized the importance of getting to know individuals offline first before such requests were appropriate. To encourage members to request resources online, designers could frame information requests as contributions to the community, drawing attention to their collective benefit of posting public information requests. In the context of UpTogether, such posts could: 1. Support other members in the community who might benefit from observing posted answers, and 2. Provide an example of normative behaviors to follow. Moving forward, researchers must investigate how social media platforms can foster trusted interpersonal relationships and social norms that encourage resource seeking in low-income communities, preferably by partnering with low-income individuals in the design process. For instance, by engaging low-income individuals in participatory design workshops, designers could determine additional informational needs required to support interpersonal relationship development and ways that online communities could support these needs. Thank you.